What's up, super fans? It is Fit Nerd from Superheroes Ultimate. Batman makes his first appearance in Titans. Starfire kills. If you're new to this channel, then hit the subscribe button and hit the notifications button so you can stay updated in the here and now in the superhero world. Episode 3 is by far one of the most confusing for my emotions because I love the episode and I also do not like the episode. One of the reasons why I don't like the episode is the fact that they're taking Starfire into a darker path. I don't very much know how I feel about Starfire being this very violent, almost hardcore Batman style superhero. I don't see Starfire being this type of character, but this is the way they're rolling with it. And in this episode, we have more focus towards Starfire and her somewhat origin. For some odd reason, Starfire is connected to Raven and has been looking for her for quite a while. We get to find out that this is all because of a prophecy of some sort. So maybe she was sent to this planet to either prevent it or save Raven from going ballistic and releasing her dad. In looking for information about Rachel, she breaks into her house where her mom was currently killed, in which we have Starfire encountering a bunch of officers, beating the crap out of them. One of them, I'm pretty damn sure his neck is broken. Like, there's no possible way that he survived this. She threw him off of the stairs and he landed right into the ground and just didn't move. I mean, he looked pretty damn dead. And when she goes and rescues Raven, she blasts one of the nuclear family members and completely roasts him. When Starfire goes and uses her abilities, she does look pretty damn awesome. I love the lighting of the green eyes. I love how she lights up her whole hair. I love how the flames kind of come out, like that weird power that she has. And I love that she just annihilated one of the nuclear family, the lead android. And if you guys aren't familiar with who the nuclear family are, they're basically a family of androids, and they're associated with this other group of fanatics basically that want to bring Trigon back to life. In the comics, not so much. In the comics, they actually work with the League of Supervillains, and they're basically like weird robot android mercenaries. So they're basically just villains for hire. As far as who this old dude is, I'm not completely sure who he is. I don't think he's associated with Brother Blood organization. I just think he's one of the. He might just be the creator of the androids from the new Batman. In this episode, we see a lot of his. There was a specific scene where Robin is tracking down where Raven is going, and he's tracking down Starfire, and we get a glimpse of some of the Wayne tech that he carries around with him. There's this cool little USB that he just downloaded a bunch of files in like a couple of seconds, and then he takes it to the car, and we see this Wayne tech tablet that connects to the Wayne Tech satellite, so he basically has access to like everything in the government database. Jeff Johns has mentioned that there will be scenes of Robin in the Batcave in future episodes. So if he's going to be in the Batcave, there is a slight chance that we're going to see a full-blown Batman at some point in this series. The best part of this entire episode is that we get a ton of Batman and Dick Grayson backstory. That scene when he's standing right out the window and shows some serious ninja skills, sneaking out of the house to go and track down his parents' killers. As we pan out on the scene, we can clearly see that Bruce Wayne is watching him. First, Dick Grayson wants vengeance and he wants revenge, and this is the reason why he stole the Porsche and went out on his own. He wanted to find the criminals that were behind the murder of his parents. Bruce Wayne gives the letter to Robin saying that there is another way, and suddenly he comes out into the shadows right behind them, which is basically stating he is Batman and he is willing to show him how to be a crime fighter himself. We get a very good glimpse of Wayne Manor. Now we finally get an introduction between Raven and Beast Boy at the arcade. Although it was only a couple of seconds within the scene in the arcade introducing himself as Gar, it's still a pretty cool fact that they introduced Gar to Raven first. Mention Trigon. They didn't mention his name, Trigon himself, but they did say Rachel's father. These crazy ass nuns that locked Rachel into that dungeon room mentioned that they were just protecting her from her father and protecting the rest of the world from her father. This could mean that we will see Trigon at the end of this season. Episode 4 is a direct tie-in to the spin-off series of Doom Patrol. We get the origin story of Beast Boy, which is relative to the comics because Beast Boy is infected with some type of rare virus that is killing him. And then Chief from the Doom Patrol, this famous doctor that does weird experiments, gives him a serum. It gives Beast Boy the ability to turn into any animal. And I gotta admit, I'm a little bit jealous of Gar's major arcade room. In episode 4, they do a great job at introducing all of these characters and some backstory to them. And I gotta admit, the costumes look awesome. You can clearly hear Robot's voice played by Brandon Fraser. Although a lot of these actors have already been recasted. Chief has already currently been recasted. The actor who is in the Robot Man suit has already been recasted, and Negative Man, Larry, has already been recasted also. But the voices of Robot Man and Negative Man will remain the same. There is a scene where Robot Man says he just got back to walking again. Now in the comics, he's basically like DC's Xavier. He is actually in a wheelchair. When Raven unleashed her inner darkness or her powers on Chief and slammed him into the wall and broke his back, that is a way of being relevant to the comics and putting him in a wheelchair again. Now, if you guys are wondering about this character that was brought in by Chief in the middle of the episode, it looks to be like this could be Celsius. Celsius is one of the members of Doom Patrol. Later on, can manipulate cold. The introduction of Elastigirl was definitely a gruesome scene, although it does make sense because when she first got her powers, she wasn't able to fully control them. The scene when she was sitting at the table and her face just started to ooze a little bit, this is actually relevant to the comics because in the comics she had difficulty and she had to learn how to actually control basically every cell in her body. As we progress throughout this season, from episode 3 and episode 4, we see a lot of character development, we see a lot of flashbacks, we got some cameos of Bruce Wayne himself, we got a full introduction to the entire Doom Patrol crew, and we have the entire team of Beast Boy, Raven, Robin, and Starfire all banded together. Although I still have mixed feelings about Starfire, I am really loving where this series is leading up to. Can't wait to see episode 5, where Starfire and Dick Grayson apparently have some type of romance involved, and we're finally going to see the entire team of the Titans versus the Nuclear family. It's going to be a hell of a fight. And of course, superfans, if you want to be entered to win the Captain Marvel collectible from my private collection, then hit the subscribe button and comment below. Until the next, this is Fit Nerd, over and out.
3, 2, 1, a blue!